You know, Michael Jackson left his children to his mother, who's about 87, and to Diana Ross, who's about 65. The problem with leaving young kids to older people are numerous. One is older people just don't have the tolerance to be around young children all day, every day. They don't have they have more anxiety, they have nervousness, they have health problems, and so that it just is not fun for the adult, and it's often not fun for the kids to be around an old person all day, every day. Adults who are older also tend to get very, very tired very, very easily. They need a whole lot more sleep. So I would imagine Michael Jackson's mother takes naps. She probably goes to bed early. She may get up several times a night because of restless sleeping. She probably snores, as most old people do. They tend to get a loud snore. And so it becomes hours where the person just can't tolerate being around young kids. They certainly can't tolerate being awakened repeatedly by young kids, having their sleep interrupted, because most old people have trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep. So once they're asleep, they certainly don't want to be wakened up and having to do something and then try to get back to sleep during the night. It makes them very irritable, crabby, grouchy, and so forth, and they'll yell at the kids. And Michael never wanted to yell at his kids. He wanted to give them a fight-free life. When old people sleep, when they do get to sleep, they tend to go into a very, very deep sleep. As I said, they're snoring, and you can do all kinds of things around them, and it doesn't disturb their sleep at all. So often when young kids are taken care of by old people, the grandparents, and in this case, you know, Katherine Jackson being in her 80s, the kids can do all kinds of things. Say when the grandparent goes to sleep about 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night until they wake up intermittently. Sometimes the kids go, they could be using drugs, they could be sneaking out of the house. Sometimes kids wait till the parent goes to the bed, into their bedroom, and then they sneak out the window. I've heard of cases where kids sneak out regularly out of the window. They go to bars and they're doing all kinds of things, including having sex and drinking and drugs at bars or local hot spots. And kids often don't understand the lingo of young kids. They don't really want to. They want to talk about the old days, the way it was, and kids don't want that. They want a parent who's up, who's able to really converse about the internet and a lot of innovations that are going on, and really keep their mind challenged and make it interesting for them. I don't think that a grandparent taking care of kids, as our society can tell by the number of problem kids we have, by the kids that are being raised by grandparents now, I don't think that's a good way to go. If it's required, a lot of times the kids are, the parent is in jail or something like that, or may have died, and left the grandparent holding the bag and taking care of the kids for the rest of their lives. Of course, in Michael Jackson's case, hopefully the nanny will be involved, and but if she's in a subservient position to Katherine Jackson or somebody who's not used to having the nanny around, she may not feel comfortable, and she may not feel like she is the mom. She may feel like she is, at the beck and call of Katherine Jackson, which wouldn't be a real good situation, I think, for the nanny as a mother role. So I think it is difficult as to where to put the kids. And I think it's very, very crucial that appropriate decision be made, because if they do develop a pattern of disrespecting the controlling adult, it's hard to break, and then you have that pattern forever. If they don't like the controlling adult, they might tend to dislike seniors in general and just have a negative outlook because of the way their grandparents were when they were around. Michael Jackson was a young person at heart. He liked to be up with the kids. He liked to play games until, late in the day. He'd take naps. They'd get up. They'd play video games and all kinds of things, 2, 3 in the morning. And, they'd eat junk food and all kinds of things. And I don't think Katherine Jackson would be able to provide that sort of energy that these kids are probably used to and probably want to continue, because it sounds like a fun way for a kid to grow up, but you do need a very, very energetic person who's able to keep up with the kids and who enjoys that kind of lifestyle.